Hey and welcome to this video. I am Liv, I am 21 years old and I have my own social media marketing agency. Now I'm traveling all around the world, trying to go on some adventures while building up my own business. This video is actually gonna be about how you, as a girl just like me, can start up your own business. Actually, even more specifically, how you can start your own SMMA. You might know, if you have seen some of my other videos, that is what I do, and it's a business model that I really do enjoy a lot, because for me and also for a lot of other people out there, it's a business model that makes so much sense. Because first, you can work from wherever you want, you can work all over the world, you can have clients from all over the world because you don't have inventory, you don't have a shop or a boutique anywhere, it's all online, so you can work remotely. That is just the first benefit of it. I mean, there is a lot of benefits, but one thing to remember is that it's still a business. It still takes a lot of hard work, effort, energy, time, and investments to actually make it work. I actually just want to talk to you guys in this video about how you can start your own SMMA. So first, I want to touch on how I started. I mean, maybe you feel like it's a bit boring or something like that, I don't know, but please keep watching this, because I believe that when you've watched this, you would feel a lot more clear and a lot more aware about how you can actually start your own SMMA. First of all, what is SMMA actually? SMMA is social media marketing. You can start your own agency, and what this means is that you will start up an agency, and the first thing you're gonna do is choose a niche. So choose your market, choose your target audience, who is your customers, right? And for me, that is clinics. You know, it has changed a lot since I actually started, but all in all, we started out in Denmark, where I'm from. Most of the time, it's actually easiest, I feel like, to start out in your own country, in your own language and everything. Reach out to the people in your niche or your market there first, sign a couple clients, get a feeling of it, and then move to a bigger market. If you're like me, from a very small country, I felt like Denmark wasn't really the right market for me, because of course, yes, there is a lot of clinics, there is a lot of potential clients, but all in all, for the aspirations and dreams I have, it is just not big enough. Another thing that's really important to bear in mind is that if you want to hire people, like if you want to hire team members to your team, like appointment setters, VAs, anything like that, it is, well, 100 times easier if you are in an English-speaking country, because then you can hire people from the Philippines, as an example, because they are very cheap to hire and they actually do a pretty good job. And you can't really do that if you are working in your own market that is not an English-speaking country. Well, I can't hire a Filipino who is speaking English and then they have to do some tasks in Danish. Does that make sense? I think it does. First of all, that is what I would recommend, and that is also what I did. So my partner and I, and when I say my partner is my boyfriend, JC, Jens Carl, whatever you want to call him, and we have been together for a long time, and therefore, like, we know each other very well, we know what we want to do and all of that. And JC has always been like wanting to start his own thing, not always like knowing exactly what he wanted, what direction and all of that stuff, but as time went by, when we were in, I guess, high school or college or something like that, like 1.5 years ago, we are 21 years old now, we were still in school, and we were like, what's gonna happen when we finish? And what did happen is that we actually started to develop on this web shop idea, which we're not doing anymore, but we actually started up a web shop on Shopify. We were selling prom dresses, and it was actually really fun. I mean, I think we have 50 dresses inventory. I think isn't that what it's called? I think so. Back home in Denmark, yeah, we were selling prom dresses to Danish customers, and it went quite well in terms of, like, when you think of actually how much time we put into it. We worked really hard on it, but we just probably didn't give it enough time, because we started this business in August 2022. Like, that was when we actually started to import some dresses. We started to do photo shoots and make everything ready to launch. Then in December the 29th or 30th of December 2022, we launched the web shop and it was ready to sell. And then in the beginning of January, we actually got our first sales, and it was totally like, I don't know, we just couldn't really get it. It was crazy to us that it was actually possible to make some sales. I know it sounds a bit weird, but it was an incredible feeling. So, well, we kept on going. We paid for some advertisements. We spent time doing photo shoots and really trying to make good content. I spent a lot of time shooting like TikTok videos, reels, and all of that stuff. So I was really the face outwards. And now I'm really just waffling, and this is not what it's gonna be about. Well, we started this web shop, and then as time went by, JC, my partner and boyfriend, he has also bought another Danish course on how to do digital marketing. And that was when things really started to change, because he got really good at this digital marketing side, and he got more and more into the SMMA space that way, because he had this course, and also because he, did more research about it, because he really thought it was interesting, right? So we talked more and more about that idea, because, well, if you have an SMMA social media marketing agency, you don't have to have an inventory, you don't have to have any products home, and you don't really have to invest a lot of money to get started, because if you're starting like a web shop or something like that, you have to put kind of a lot of money into it right from the start. That was what was really attractive on this business model. So yeah, fast forward to March 2023. This was when we had actually come up with like a strategy. We had actually started to build some things up in the back end, like finding the right softwares that we wanted to use and everything like that. So in March 2023, we signed our first client, a med spa, or not really a med spa, it's more like an aesthetic clinic in Denmark. And we started with this guy, which we're still working with. It's amazing. And what we did here was that we had a software called Go High Level. Go High Level is a software, like a CRM system that you can use to, as an example, follow up on leads from your advertisements. So we were running advertisements for this clinic on Facebook and Instagram, and from these advertisements we were of course getting leads, meaning people showing interest in his treatments. All of these people of course needs to be followed up on, and that is what we did on the Go High Level software system. In here, we would follow up on them by SMS, by email, and also by calling them. But back then, we weren't the ones calling them. We actually wanted the clinic to call them. So after that, we signed a couple more clients. We signed 2 more from Denmark. We signed 1 from Norway. And then in June 2023, we signed 3 clients from the UK. And then in July, we signed a client from Turkey, which was a very bad deal. I guess we were kind of desperate to, just getting people on board and making some money. We shouldn't have signed that deal because they honestly just weren't qualified as a client for us, which means that, how can I even explain that so it actually makes sense for you guys? So the best clients for us back then, it has changed now, but back then it was clinics that could actually get clients in from their own country, right? But this Turkey clinic was selling that treatments for people in Europe, for people in USA, and all of this stuff. So all in all, a bad deal because they just weren't a good fit for us, vice versa, right? So we ended up losing that client. We just decided not to work with them anymore because, well, it didn't make any sense. Later on, we've signed some more clients, and most importantly, we also got into a course by Charlie Morgan. I have actually made a video on that, so if you'd like to know what that course is all about and if it's worth it, make sure to go down below in the description and watch that video. And also, so in this course, we have learned so many things. It's incredible. And therefore, since August, when we joined this course, we've actually changed so many things. It's crazy, which is also a really good thing because it has made us change our whole strategy, our target audience, our service delivery. So as an example, right now, when we are signing on clients and when we are doing the service delivery, we are of course setting up advertisements for these clinics on Facebook and Instagram primarily. And then what we do with all of these leads that we're getting is that we're still following up on them in Go High Level as our software, which we have white labeled of course. And then we are trying our best to convert these leads into actual paying clients in the clinics. And we're doing that by texting with them, by emailing with them, and also by calling them, because now what we have changed is that we have hired appointment setters. So we actually have Filipinos, so people from the Philippines, sitting and calling up all the leads and trying to book them in for a treatment in the clinics that we work with. And of course, this is not an easy process. I mean, we still have problems with it right now to this day. I'm actually still calling some of the leads because I need to really find out, okay, what works and what doesn't in terms of when you call the leads and all of that stuff. So basically find a proven strategy, a proven system. So that is something we're working on, but that makes it so much easier for us to actually sell it to the clients because, well, it has a lot of value that the clinic owners themselves doesn't have to call the leads, but we're actually taking care of it and we're actually making sure that the leads are converting into paying clients in the clinics, right? Which is really important. So right now we are here, December 13th, I think. Yeah, 2023, and we're still working our asses off on the agency every single day. We are trying our best to find a good proven system and strategy so that we can get our clients really good results. Of course, we are getting them good results right now, but it needs to be better. You know, it can always be better. And then once we have found a really proven and good strategy that really works well, we are, of course, eventually going to change our strategy into something else that is even more scalable and that is even more high ticket so we can make more money because we need to grow. Otherwise, the business will die and we don't want to do that. So, okay, now I've been waffling for, I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that. And now it's gonna get into how can you actually start your own agency. Whether you are a girl or a boy, whatever, it doesn't really matter. You know, I just feel like I speak more to the girls maybe because I don't know if there's many guys out there who actually want to listen to a girl. As a girl or whatever gender you are, you can start your own business. You can start your own SMMA just like I did. You don't need to have a partner to do it with at all. First thing that I would recommend you to do is simply go on YouTube. Watch videos like mine and like so many other people out there who are doing amazing videos on SMMA and how to actually do it, how to use Go High Level, how to do proper advertising for your clients, how to find the right niche and all of that good stuff, right? Actually, I just want to say, if you have any good ideas for me, like video ideas that I should be making for you so you can get even more value, let me know because I would be more than happy to help with any topic, right? If you are at a point right now in your life where you're thinking about starting a business, you want to have a business that can give you more freedom, that can actually make you able to work from wherever you want and also pretty much whenever you want. But make sure to notice that when you're building a business, no matter what business type it is, you're gonna have to do hard work and put a lot of effort and investments. Like when I say investments, I mean both like energy, time, also money sometimes, even though SMMA doesn't really require a lot of money at all. But you know, you really have to invest in building the business because if you just go into it with a mindset of, well, I'm gonna be making 10K per month in 1 or 2 months from now, you're just deluding yourself. That's not gonna happen. I mean, it can happen for some people that have the right foundations right from the start, the right help, the right everything. But you shouldn't expect anything like that. I mean, we have been doing this for over a half year. Like, how long is it since March? I mean, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Oh my God, 10 months. Right? We've been doing it for 10 months. That is actually quite crazy. Around 10 months now. But, you know, when we first started out, we hadn't really found our target audience. Like, we knew that we wanted to work with clinics and stuff like that, but now it's a lot more specific, which is important because that has made everything so much easier for us. And since we started, we have changed so many things because as you go, you get more knowledge and you actually just learn more about your market, you learn more about how to improve your service and all of that good stuff. Now we're not even making 10K per month yet. Actually, we should have made 10K last month, but we got scammed by one of our customers. So we're missing £3,000 right now, which is not very nice, of course, but that's how it is sometimes. So if we actually hadn't been scammed, we would have made 10K last month, but we're like at 7K per month right now, but that is not enough. at all. Like, well, you can probably live pretty good for that if you want, but it's not enough for us if we want to live the way that we want to. So when I am talking about that, you know, it might be totally different from you, and there's no right or wrong, but we want to be able to travel wherever we want, whenever we want. And we don't want to have any limitations. We basically want to be free. We don't want to have to think about what we buy in the supermarket, what is the prices and all of that stuff. We want to feel free, and I'm smiling so much when I say that because I can feel how it's going to feel when we get there. That's a whole nother story, so I'm not going to get too much into that because, yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now. But this is just to say that you can start your own business as a girl in 2024 or any other year, right? You can do it. Simply just have to take the easiest steps ever. I know it feels like overwhelming, you have no idea where to start, but simply go on YouTube. Watch all the videos that you possibly can so you can learn as much as you possibly can about how to actually do Facebook and Instagram marketing properly. Find out how to use Go High Level so you can use that for your clients. Actually, if you want to have a 14-day free trial, go down in the description and actually use my link. That way you can get a 14-day free trial where you can test it out. It kind of seems like a pretty expensive software. I mean, it's like $297 for the lowest plan, I think, and then $497 for the plan that I have, but you can start out with the cheaper one. But this is to say you really need that software if you want to grow your agency and actually make things work pretty well for you. Go on YouTube, find out how to do it. It's so simple, and there is so much great content out there on how you can actually get started. I would say the most important lessons that I would move on to let you know about is 1, decide on a niche. You don't have to think too much about the niche. I mean, pop on YouTube, find out what is some popular niches. You know, a niche could be real estate, a niche could be solar, companies that are doing solar panels or whatever it's called. It could also be law firms, it could be med spas, it could be chiropractors, could be, you know, massage clinics. It could be pretty much anything, both low ticket and really high ticket. So something like solar, or what is more like, I feel like real estate is probably also more high ticket than something like clinics or med spas. Oh yeah, gyms is also really popular, like gyms, fitness centers, you know, all of these. There are so many niches. You can just search it up, really like easy, but just make sure to choose a niche that is proven to work. So with that, I basically mean there has been other agencies in the niche that had great success. That is basically it. Of course, make sure that the market is big enough. Like, is there enough chiropractors for you to work with? Is there enough dentists for you to work with? If yes, then well, that's fine. Don't be afraid of a niche being saturated. If you're good enough, well, you can forget all about your competition. You're just gonna show them your ass, right? So that is pretty much it. And after that, simply start doing outreach. Start reaching out to clinics, whatever your market is, right? Start reaching out to your potential clients via, that could be social media, via Instagram, via Facebook, via LinkedIn, TikTok, all of these social media platforms. Do cold email outreach, SMS campaigns. You can even do cold calling to actually try and get in contact with your market right away. So many different kinds of outreach methods that you can use. Try out, see what works best for you. But most importantly, lay out a strategy, lay out a plan so you know exactly where am I right now? Where do I want to get to? How am I gonna get to that? What steps do I need to take every single day in order to get to my goal? So, you know, first you can set a goal, a very small goal of like, okay, I want to get my first client, right? What steps do you need to take every single day to do that? Okay, I need to send 100 emails per day. I need to send 100 outreach DMs on social media per day. I need to do this and that. I need to work on my service delivery. I need to work on blah, blah, blah every single day so that I can actually get my first client. Set up these goals and tasks for yourself so you have some tangible things to go from, right? I hope that makes sense, because that makes it so much more easy for you. And for that, simply also just go on YouTube, watch all the videos you possibly can, find out what outreach methods you can use, how much outreach do you need to be sending, and all of that stuff. I have also made some videos about it, so make sure to go ahead and watch those. And then it's really just down to putting in the work, putting in the effort, and before you know it, you are gonna have your first client signed. And you know, your service, and you might not be able to get your first clients really good results because it takes time for you to get good at service delivery. Simply as that. It takes time for you to get good at doing that business, right? So you just have to get started. The sooner you get started, the sooner you are gonna see huge success with your business. And I know that this video is mainly focused on SMMA, but you can really implement what I'm saying to most business models out there. Something like SaaS could also be really interesting to look into if you don't know what that is. Search it up on YouTube once again, find out what it is. It's basically something like reselling, go high level, reselling some systems or AI or whatever you can come up with to other businesses that don't really require you to do much other than selling it, and then you don't have to do anything from there. I don't know if it makes sense. A really great and easy business model if you make it work. Not to say there's not any magical business model out there that is the right one. You just have to choose your business model, you have to choose your niche and your strategy, and then you have to stick with that for at least like half a year to a year. The biggest mistake that you could ever make is, choosing your business model and your niche and your strategy and then changing it every single month, every single week, and whenever something not goes your way, you're gonna change everything because you get frustrated and you're gonna be like, oh shit, it doesn't work, I'm not getting any results, so I might just change it right now. What that does is that you're gonna change things before you have even given it a chance to work. As an example, let's say that you're trying cold email outreach and you get someone saying, oh, go fuck off, right? And then you think, oh my god, my cold emails are upsetting people, so I really need to change it. Then you go ahead and change it, but then every single time you change it, you have to start from scratch. You need to give systems and strategies at least 2 to 3 months, at least. Like, you need to give things time before making a decision if it works or not, right? Never make decisions based on what you feel and what you think, but based on numbers. Always make decisions based on facts and numbers and data. If you do that, you can never go wrong. Wow, I really think this is such a waffling video of me just waffling through so many things, but I hope that it makes sense for you, right? And I really hope that it gives you some value and some insight on how you can start it. And the last thing I want to say, don't be afraid. Please do it, because I couldn't be happier that I did it. And if you do it and if you stick to it, you're gonna be successful. You're gonna be able to have financial and locational freedom forever. It can take you places you have never even been dreaming about. I'm serious about this. You can get your dream life if you start, but you have to start. You have to stop procrastinating about it and you just get started. I promise you, you're gonna see things that you never thought were possible. With that said, if you are looking to actually start your own SMMA or SaaS business, anything related to that, I would recommend you to use Go High Level as a software system. It is so valuable, and I wouldn't be able to get my clients good results without that. It is the number one thing for me. If you want to test out Go High Level for 2 weeks for free, go down in the description and use my link to get it for free. If you use my link, it is affiliate, so I'm gonna get a small amount of it, and that is really gonna help me. If you do it, I'm actually gonna give you something too. If you go ahead and use that link, send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, or just comment down below, and I will hop on a completely free coaching call with you so I can help you get started with your new business, and it's gonna be amazing. With that said, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe for even more videos like this. I truly enjoy that you actually want to watch these videos. See you in the next one. Try not to hold